Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and today we're back with another One Piece video. And this time around, we're going to be actually doing an unboxing of the brand new Starter Deck 13, and I'm really excited to talk about this. This is the Three Brothers, our second installments from this actual, three starter decks in one. The first one we had was actually the three captains, and this time around, it's the Three Brothers. We got my boy Sabo, Ace, and Luffy in the front. So yeah, let's dive in. Alright, so it's time to unbox this brand new starter deck, which is, of course, Starter Deck 13. This is, like I said before, it's so exciting. I've been waiting a long time for this Tier 1 leader to come out, which is that black yellow Luffy. Super cool stuff. Now, of course, I do have to mention this would not at all be possible if it wasn't for today's sponsor, which is DX and Outpost DX and Provisions, the only place where I get all my sealed product. You all already know the deal. So huge shout out to them for making this very possible. So yes, very cool stuff. And as I'm struggling here to open this bad boy up, we're gonna go ahead and see what's inside. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have seen a ton of different openings from a ton of different people, whether it's like on social media or on YouTube, but everyone is cracking these. And honestly, the biggest thing about this starter deck is the fact that it comes with a pack. So now, on top of the fact that you get a starter deck and a lovely deck box, as you can see here, very cool. You got Luffy in the front, Ace, and then of course Sabo. I like the colors, actually very unique and different from the other ones. I have the three captains one, which is really cool because it literally shows you the difference, right? So we have both Luffy's in the front. We got Kid, Ace, and then Law and your boy. And honestly, I kind of like this one a little bit more, weirdly enough, which is that's very weird for me thing to say because I love Law and Law is not in this one. So so yes, so in this deck box here that we have, very snazzy deck box, we have this piece of cardboard that is an absolute waste. What are we doing here? Next thing we have is, of course, this pack that I'm talking about. This is essentially one of the main reasons why you're honestly probably buying the starter deck, on top of the fact that you just want the deck in general and some of the really key pieces that we're going to go over right now. But inside this pack here, it's called the bonus pack. There's 3 cards in here, and these 3 cards are 3 alternate art versions of one card that's out of the starter deck. So in this starter deck that we have here, very huge, this is massive starter deck here. We also have the divider here, of course, which is always nice. You love to see the divider. So inside this, if we get cracking on this deck here, I can show it to you, and we can go over the leaders too, what exactly they do. Now with this deck, you have, of course, Sabo, and his ability is, with 1 Dawn, activate main once per turn. You may add one of your characters with a cost of 3 or more and 7,000 power to the top of your life face up. Then, up to one of your characters gains a plus 2,000 power until the start of your next turn, which is pretty good, honestly. You're able to kind of recover one by putting one of your powered up characters. Now, there is a lot of synergy with a lot of different characters in the game that have, synergy with Sabo, so that's pretty cool. Next here is we have the man, the myth, the legend, Ace. Ace is actually a blue and yellow leader. It's 4 life. I forgot to mention Sabo's red and yellow. But yeah, Ace being blue and yellow. And then his ability here is, with 2 Dawn attached to him, activate main once per turn. Look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck and add up to 1 character card with a cost of 5 to the top of your life face up. Then place the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. At the end of your turn, trash all of your face-up life cards. Pretty interesting. Blue and yellow, we haven't really seen, I don't think, before. Let me know in the comment section below, do we have a blue and yellow leader yet? I don't think so, right? Could be completely slipping my mind, but that's pretty unique. And then now we have the banger. The banger leader of the set here is we have black and yellow Luffy. Now, we have seen a black and yellow leader before in the form of Lin Lin, Big Mom. Unfortunately, with that leader, we didn't see too much success. We saw a couple of Copium, a couple Big Mom Copium fanboys trying to make the deck viable, but this is a 5,000 power leader for life, and it has a bit of a different and unique ability here, which reads: your face-up life cards are placed at the bottom of your deck instead of being added to your hand according to the rules. Now, this is the only leader out of the 3 that has that ability. So whenever you take life and your life is face up, instead of it going to your hand, it goes to the bottom of the deck. Now, he has a pretty busted ability that makes this kind of make sense a little bit. With 2 Dawn attached to him, activate main. Once per turn, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If you have 0 life cards, add up to 2 character cards with a cost of 5 from your hand or trash to the top of your life face up. Now, I do have to mention it's not 5 or less. It is exactly 5 cost. So if you have a whole bunch of 4 costs, you can't put any of them in your life, whether it's in your hand or your trash. It has to be exactly a 5 cost character. So this card is definitely the chase here, essentially, for the alternate art pack, as well as just in general. Everyone wants the Luffy. You're essentially pretty much buying the starter deck mainly for this card if you're not. And if you're not buying it for this card, you're buying it for a couple other ones that I'm about to show you. So first card we have here, part of the starter deck here, is we have 5 cost, 6,000 power Sabo. Not really too relevant in most decks. I think sometimes you can use him for the Luffy as well as the Sabo. He's actually really, really cool looking as well. I love the art. I think the fact that it like spirals and you have Dragon Claw coming at you, I think is so cool. Super awesome to see. His ability is on play. You may trash 1 card from the top or the bottom of your life and KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Pretty cool, and has 1K counter. Not too bad, honestly. So we get 2 copies of this bad boy, and now this is the card. This is a card that's absolutely insane. Man, this card is so good in any yellow deck at all. I think like most yellow decks are going to run this guaranteed. It's a 5 cost, 7,000 power character. His name's Ace. You might know him. On play, if you have 2 or less life, this character gains rush. So he's a 5/7 that just has rush. That's a really good stat line, honestly. Super good. We get 2 aces, and then we have Monkey D. Garp. This is just the general searcher for all the babies. Sabo, Luffy, Ace, and it adds it to hand. It's the top 5. Searcher's top 5 for one of those characters. And yeah, 1K counter, your basic searcher. We do have 2 copies of Luffy here. This is the 5 cost, 6K power, 1K counter character. Activate main once per turn. This character gains 2,000 power until the end of your turn. Then, if you have 1 or more life cards, draw 1 card and trash 1 card from the top of your life. Now, what's really cool about this ability, if you don't have any life at all, you just gain plus 2,000 power. You don't have to meet the other, the second line item here. You don't have to do that. You just fulfill as much as you can. And if you just have activate main once per turn, gain plus 2,000 power, period. Then if you have 1 or more life, then you take a life. So this card's actually pretty good, and it's actually pretty fun to use. Definitely has a lot of synergy with all these leaders here, so which is really awesome. Then now we have some of the other cards that I'm not going to really get into, just because they're not too standoffish. Like, no one really honestly kind of cares too much. But we have Ivankov. We have 2 Ivankovs here. We have 4 copies of Newgate. I thought this card was actually going to be pretty good when it first was announced, but after doing the research and things like that, it's not too good. But we do have 4 copies of Curly, which is pretty cool. We have our first kid here. We have Kid Sabo, sorry. Kid Sabo. I am a fan of the art. I think it's so cool how they're running in the forest, just like in the anime, which is really awesome. I am, of course, a huge fan of the anime. And then we have 4 copies of the legendary pirate Shanks. Now, yeah, Shanks is freaking awesome. Obviously, it's Shanks. I got 4 copies of that boy, not too viable, but we do have also 4 copies of your boy Ace. Now, what's really cool, I will mention this just because we are at the tail end of the characters, the smaller characters. They have a really cool ability here that is essentially all the same. They're 2 costs, 2k power. This ace in general, in particular, is 1k counter. Activate main. You may trash this character that's on the board. Reveal the top card of your life, and if that card is an ace, with a cost of 5, you may play it. And if you do, your leader gains plus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. This is really, really good. You're able to play a 5-cost rush ace for this example. For a 2-cost character. So you play the 2-cost character, you use its ability, you know Ace is at the top because you've planned it, you know it. There's other cards that will inform you what's on your life. You trash this character, goes to the trash, you get Ace, you play Ace, and now it's a 7k rusher. Super good. Very, very good. And now this is one of the characters that I was talking about that actually allows you to look at your life. It's Makino. Makino is on play. You may take the top or bottom life, right? So you take a life card, and then you get to look at your life, and then you get to reorganize it in any way you want. So if it wasn't the kids and you're playing category and you run this and you throw this down, you take a life and you just reorganize the sequencing of all your triggers, which is pretty insane. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. And now we have another of the babies. It's the same exact ability. You pretty much, if Luffy's on the top card of your life and you play it, you trash it, your leader gets plus 2k power, and so it becomes a 7k leader, and you get to play a free Luffy, a 5-cost Luffy. Really cool. What's really nice, if you're not running the black and yellow Luffy, if you're not running the black and yellow Luffy, right, and you're running Sabo, what's nice about this is that this actually, you can actually cheat out the 5-cost rush Luffy. Pretty cool. It doesn't have to be the one that you just saw. So very, very nice. We have a 2k counter Yamato. I don't think this card's that good. I think it's a little bit of cope. Everyone loves Yamato, understandably so. I think this card is actually pretty good. It's a 2-cost event card called Flame Dragon King. It's a counter up to one of your characters or leaders gains 4,000 power for this battle. Then look at your life and then put them back in any order. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So it's for 2 costs, it's a 4k counter, and then you reorganize your life. Yo, that's really good. Is this kind of slept on? I think this ability is so slept on. I don't know. It's pretty good. And then the trigger here is you may add up to 1 card from the top or the bottom of your life to your hand, then add up to 1 card from your hand to the top of your life. So you take a life and then you put a card back on the top of your life. That's also pretty good. You pretty much reorganize your life. You just take the top or the bottom, then you add like a thunderbolt or a beige to the top. Pretty good. We have Gum Gum Jet Spear here. This is a 2-cost event card. Nothing too great. I'll show it. Next card here we have the 1-cost event card. Now the 1-cost event card is just to search top 5 for one of the kids here, Sabo, Luffy, or Ace. Searches them, trigger, activate main. It's like the Germa 66 event card that searches, or the Straw Hat version. It's all the same thing. It's just a searcher. And then we get Holographic Dawn. Personally, really don't like these Dawn. They look a little cheap to me. So unfortunately, look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, all right? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not a fan of those, right? So, all right, so the moment you all have been waiting for, the main reason why you're probably even watching this video, and that's to see what's in this bonus pack. Like I said before, there's 3 AAs in here, 1 card out of the whole entire thing. So like, if there might be an AA Sabo, there might be an AA Garb, or maybe one of the other commons, or maybe a leader. So the stakes are kind of high, and we can tell from the back if we could pull the leader or not. We did pull leader. That is awesome. Great to see, man. What a fantastic way to start this off. What do I want? I want a Luffy. Okay. You know what? Yeah, call me a meta sheep. Call me whatever you want. I want the Luffy, bro. Like, that's just, it's the most amount of money. It's the best leader. I want it. The next card I want the ace, the 5-cost ace. The 5-cost ace is heat, bro. I freaking love that thing. I don't want to. I'm so bad at opening packs, bro. I don't even know what it is. I love how it's like a total like vibe switch from me opening the starter deck. Okay, so first pack is we have the first card. Sorry, is Yamato. Love the way this card looks. I love the flower petals. Okay, next card, guys. We have Garb. What a banger. Oh yeah, super good. I love the way the blues look in this. Very, very nice here. Next card, what do we have, guys? We have Sabo. Okay, you know what? I am a huge Sabo fan. I might have to make the deck now, bro. I just might have to do it. Yeah, very, very nice. I'll go ahead and put the prices on some of these on the current TCG player in case any of you guys are curious. Very cool to see we pull a leader, guys. Very, very happy. Nonetheless, it could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? Could have been whatever. I would have been just ecstatic, period. Now, I did get another starter deck, mainly, honestly, because I need 4 aces and just in general. So we have another pack. I have another pack. I opened it on the side just because you guys didn't really need to see me opening 2 separate starter decks. It's kind of no point. Question here again, guys. The back. Do we have a leader? Do we have a leader? Let's see. No leader. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We are looking for ace and we are looking for, I don't know. Yeah, I just give me an ace. What do we have here? Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, Sabo, really cool. I said this earlier in the video. I love the way he has, he's doing the move and it's like looking the Dragon Claw and he's like looking directly into the camera, into you. It's super cool. So very nice pull. Second card we have here, we have, okay, Ivankov. All right, we'll take the Ivankov. Very cool. Next card we have here is, okay, Sabo. Nice. Can't be upset, guys. I cannot be upset. I pulled a leader, I pulled the Sabo, and I also pulled the Garb. Very cool here. We have the Searcher. Yeah, very, very nice. So overall, guys, yeah, I do think this starter deck, if you're curious, is it worth buying? Is there a point? Should you buy it? Which starter deck should you buy if you're getting into the game, or which, if it is even worth in general? I'd have to say, if you want to open some packs, you want to open a deck, there's a lot of really good staples here. The main staples that you probably want here are probably just the ace character as well as the Luffy leader. And if you want to just open a pack for fun, I definitely think it's, you know, it's definitely worth it. But unless you're not playing the Luffy leader, I don't think it's probably worth it that much to buy. But I do think getting 2 of every starter deck is probably the best move you can do in general. Guys, I can't even tell you how many starter decks we've gone through to realize, guys, buy 2 of every starter deck. It comes out. Now, I do have to mention this starter deck is a premium price. It's very expensive right now. I think on TCG Player, it's like $65, $70. It's really expensive. So, yeah. I mean, if you have the dough to shell out, buy it. If you don't, just buy the singles, you know, just buy the singles. I don't think it's that expensive right now. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for checking out this channel, as well as this video. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new One Piece content coming out soon. See ya!